Yeah. I hope everything working. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. And I hope it's working now. Man, I can't turn my mic down. Alright, I think we should be good. 2, 2, 2, 2. Come on, man, stop tripping. Okay. We should be good though. Yeah. OCO everyone. My computer's still doing a whole bunch of updates, but we gonna get through all that. Hope everybody doing well. Oh, hold up. Yeah. Okay. This crazy. It's like it seems like every time I know I'm about to start, like I'm gonna have to check and see what's up. It's just weird how this thing be acting, man. It's weird how this be acting. Very weird. But it looked like everything came back up, man. Shout out to M16 for making this beat, by the way. Yeah, you know, my bro M16, you know what I'm saying? The great thing about him is I could toss an idea, you know what I'm saying, and he just take things from there. Shout out to my brother, though, man. Just wanted something chill, laid back, something that you could groove to. You got the speakers in the system, you want to hear those 808. You know what I'm saying? Look. Alright. We should be good, man. I hope so. Okay. Alright, so we not delayed. Oh. We not delayed. We good. Oh, so look, I'm delayed. Y'all about to get on me in the comments. I'm like, what? I came up on here in Black people time, right? I came up on here in Black people time. So what though? What you gonna do? So what though? Nah, I really had to do some things in here to set everything up, man. There's a lot of hiccups still going on with this computer, but I'm gonna fix this. I was trying to fix it, you know, but it seemed like if it ain't one thing, it's another, you know what I mean? But what I may have to do is, because I built this computer and, you know, added more things to it, you know, bumped it up. So it's still great. It's just probably time. I may jump to a new processor. I may do something like that. As I believe I got enough RAM. I think I'm 128. If I'm not mistaken. But I'm gonna check it to it because it's doing things that it shouldn't be doing. But OCO everyone. Hope you all are doing well. So this conversation, I'm gonna be talking about at least about 3 or 4 different topics tonight. What I'm going to do is those of you that missed out on, like, for example, if I talk about a particular topic that y'all want me to go over and y'all didn't see it during the live stream, and I don't believe YouTube has it set up anymore where you can rewind it back. I'm not sure. Actually, I don't know because they changed a couple things. But what I'm going to do is have that chopped up and post it for you. You know what I mean? But I'm going to be going through all of these different topics at a particular time during this entire live stream. I want to cover more than one topic because it's some things I gotta explain and I want to go over. Like it, I think it's going to be beneficial for our people to understand what this is all about because it's a lot of confusion going on. Okay, so I'm not going to jump into the Trump stuff right now because there's some other things that's popping up that a lot of people are really not paying attention to. I'm not trying to say that the news is not covering it. They're covering it. It's just that it's not, okay, it's not like a trending topic per se. Like it's going to grab people's attention on a daily basis. And it should because it's getting out of hand. And I'm talking about AI, ladies and gentlemen. I want to get into that first because there's more than one thing that's happening with AI, and people need to see what's going on because it's not good. It's really not, and people need to see what's going on. It's not good, man. Not only are they trying to replace you guys with AI, meaning like whatever job you in, it doesn't matter. AI is there. Whatever company you're working for, especially if it's a large company, be on the lookout. Your job is not safe. They're trying to replace you with AI. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Now, there were a couple of politicians. I forgot that Chinese guy's name that was trying to run for president during Trump's first, was it Trump's first term? No, it was Joe Biden. I believe it was when Joe Biden was trying to run against Trump. But either way, I forgot that guy's name. But he said that AI is going to be replacing all of the jobs out here in America by, I believe he said 2040, but it may even be sooner than that. Like it's going so fast and you know, that's besides the point, but that is a point. I just want to point that out. I just want you guys to see how far this is going because there's gotta be a limit on how far things as far as technology is concerned could reach. And I know that some of y'all could be like, nah, man, what? Come on, we need to be flying in the sky right now. They already flying in the sky. Like, man, look, the hell. But I'm telling you, like what I'm trying to do is just let the people know, like we're focusing on the wrong things. For example, notice how they made everybody gravitate towards ChatGPT. And they don't know nothing about ChatGPT's history. They don't know what the agenda is. And it's getting even more advanced because now ChatGPT can act like, I don't want to say act like a human being, but they can have conversation with you about a particular topic and you could talk to them as if they're a human being. They are responding to you in that way. There's a lot of modifications out there if you have not heard of that. It's a lot of modifications that you could do to ChatGPT, which is owned by OpenAI, and I did cover that in one of my previous videos here recently, trying to give you guys an update on that. So now I'm giving you an even further update, not only with just ChatGPT, just AI in general. I'm gonna start off with this one here. So I'm going to be playing a couple of things. And of course I'm live, guys. So what you know, if some of you guys are going to be like, well, Dane, don't cut them off. Like, especially if you're watching a replay of this. And sometimes I do cut in because I need to give my take at that exact moment. So if anything, I'm giving my reaction. This is what this will be considered. Okay. So if you're upset with that, then, I mean, of course, you could wait until the VODs are out, but this is how I handle my live streams. I like to interact with my chat. I like to interact with watching. I want to go over these things. If you do not like that, then you do not like the live stream setting, and this is not something for you. So I'm not saying that you don't have to leave a comment about that, but you don't have to consistently say anything of that nature when I do have other videos up where you could go watch on demand. Live streams, this is how I have it set up so I could talk to people. And unfortunately, you know, the way it looks, live streams is where it's at because that's that's how they interacted with people, you know, in general, like even in short term or short form content, like for example, TikTok. It's mainly live streams, you know, chopped up. And then people will be there for the live streams that they have there that they're hosting. Same thing with YouTube, Instagram. That's where it's going. Like if you guys are not following that and not up to par with that, I'm gonna give you a heads up right now. Cable has become obsolete. Everything is online now. Okay, this is how technology is going. This is where technology is going. It's going from the cell phone to the glasses now. Keep that in mind. Glasses about to be up next. Okay, your car is a computer. Okay, your refrigerator is a computer. You know what I mean? Sooner or later you about to have a human that's a computer inside of your house. They're about to have robots like that inside of your house for less than 50 grand. People are about to see what they've been seeing all these years inside of these films or these movies that they've been showing us. That's how fast this thing is going. Technology is very advanced right now. Everybody can access the Wi-Fi. Bluetooth is Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is Bluetooth. The internet is Wi-Fi. The internet is Bluetooth. Anybody could get on the internet. It's just that they have companies out there that's trying to regulate certain frequencies. But it's all about, because technically, who said that we had to pay for that when that's not even the service that they're providing? That's a service that they're borrowing. Okay? Keep in mind, notice how that's regulated by the FCC. They're not telling you the whole story. These lines have been already drawn by our ancestors. We just haven't laid claim to something that we owned previously because they didn't teach you about that in school. They didn't teach you about ownership in school. Okay? But yeah, I mean, you know, and keep in mind, all these people who are doing technology or inside of technology, our people are not there for real. Okay? It's a lot of foreigners. Let's be real. It's tons of foreigners. Okay? So, of course, our people are not up to par, but a lot of people are not up to par on what technology is going. They're not looking at that. They're feeling like that doesn't affect them when that would be their number one enemy. Like, that's somebody that's trying to be a replica of you. You got to understand how big of a threat that is. That's somebody programmed by a human to act like a human, to do things like a human, think, breathe, speak, all of that like a human, and it's not a human. It doesn't have a soul. It doesn't have a spirit. Yeah, you see? And now the first thing you're going to think about is the movies that you saw, right? But you need to understand that they're trying to make that real life, bro. It's not a game. They're trying to make it real life, and this has to stop because it's going too far. And I'm about to give you example after example what I'm about to play right now. Watch. Okay, so one example. Let's go with this one. So the first thing I'm getting ready to play is how scammers are using AI to create fake job applicants. We're going to go one at a time.
Artificial intelligence is making it easier than ever for scammers to trick consumers. Technology is being used to create hyper-realistic video and audio to...
Let's make sure that we can hear that. Can you drop the number 13 in the chat for me if you were able to hear that? Oh, and matter of fact, hold on. I know I don't have any music on, so my sexy ass voice is playing. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Let's drop some fire emojis for that. Now I'm just playing. Listen. Huh? Listen. Let's turn up that like button real quick, y'all. Come on. That got that like button, drop them emojis in the chat. Come on. Wake up. It ain't late. It ain't never late to change. It ain't late. It ain't never late to change. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Turn your head. All right. So y'all can hear that, right? Turn your head round. Wake up, wake up. Look. So y'all can hear it, right? Loud and clear. All right. Here we go.
Artificial intelligence is making it easier than ever for scammers to trick consumers. Technology is being used to create hyper-realistic video and audio to impersonate people, in some cases targeting those looking for love or companies looking to hire. In a 2024 study, half of the businesses surveyed experienced AI deepfake fraud, and that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Maybe could we start off with a brief introduction into yourself?
You're watching a job interview, but the applicant on the
I
left
can give a little
isn't
bit context from
exactly
me
real.
afterwards. I've been working in a software engineering area about 10 years.
Same with him.
So I've been a full stack engineer for 11 years.
Both are AI deepfakes, their faces altered, attempting to get a job with a stolen identity.
AI has blurred the line between what it is to be human and machine.
Vijay Balasubramanian is the CEO
it's getting worse,
of
y'all.
Security, a company that detects AI fraud. He says they've seen a 900% increase in AI scams in 2 years. Ironically, those drop Security, a company that detects AI fraud. He says they've seen a 900% increase in AI scams.
Woo! Woo! Not 9, not 90, 900% increase in AI scams in 2 years, bruh. Alarming.
In 2 years. Ironically, those fake applicants were trying to score a job with pin drop.
Now, keep in mind, I done seen, and I know y'all done seen it too. Them little deepfakes that they using right there ain't nothing compared to what we seen now. Okay? We've seen some deepfakes that look real. Like, I'm telling you, I didn't play more. Like, oh my goodness. It's gotten so good now. And I'm warning people that they could also use that politically. That is a weapon of mass destruction. That will make people go crazy. When they can't find out what's real, they can't separate what's real from fake, from what's fake. That's a dangerous thing. And I really do need all of y'all out there to take this serious. This is not it, by the way.
Applied for a security job, and your company detects AI scammers.
It is really shocking, but I think it's because these AI scammers are just applying to a wide variety of companies. Every fraudster is playing a numbers game.
Last year, the Justice Department accused North Korea of attempting to infiltrate more than 300 U.S. corporations with fake job applicants trying to extort the companies and gain access to private data.
Are these tools being used just for job scams?
And we've seen it happen.
We're seeing romance scams, we're seeing elder abuse, we're seeing account takeover.
A lot of people, a lot of those large companies got hit.
It is crazy how it's breaking trust across the board in fundamental ways.
Pindrop tells us the biggest threat? AI bots impersonating customers to steal money and personal data from banks, insurance companies, and healthcare providers. Even scarier, AI deepfakes are easy to make. In less than 10 minutes, his team made one of me.
Hey, Kelly, I am so humbled and honored.
First off, thank you, Vijay, for having me.
In another office,
That's
Pindrop
messing
Vice
up.
President D. Russell posed his
that's what you could get,
The
get in 10
ability to
minutes.
distinguish real humans from AI-generated ones is becoming critical.
Oh, this is weird. I'm gonna have bad dreams tonight.
Their technology immediately flagged it as
the
synthetic.
ones that got
but you
the
can
real
spot
good rates.
inconsistencies.
Initially, what I
Meaning
noticed is that the
frame
mouth
rates?
wasn't moving exactly with what she was saying, but
They out
I
there
could very
and they
much see
free.
myself being on a Zoom with someone.
Where they ain't gonna be
having
lagging
this
like that?
experience before where I'm like, it's just a really bad connection.
But with voice calls,
I'm ready when you are.
it's nearly indistinguishable.
What do you think
Yeah,
would
it
make you
matched
a
the
really
audio.
good candidate here? I believe my experience as an on-air correspondent covering high-stakes business stories, combined with my storytelling skills, makes me a strong candidate. That was not a real person.
It's just a bot that's been trained on just your LinkedIn profile and 30 seconds of your speech.
Are you concerned that these AI scams are going to become so sophisticated that they aren't detectable?
It's a question that plagues security every time there's a new threat. They're going to get better, but unless we're sitting around twiddling our thumbs, we're going to get better as well.
Now, Pindrop is part of a growing industry of companies developing tools to detect AI fakes, including Microsoft, Intel, and Sensity. The company tells us it's working to integrate its software now actually with phone carriers.
I thought the
Okay, so they got companies out there that, so allegedly try to combat these things. But, they're saying that there's a growing number. So, is that hope? Could we depend on them? What if it's too late? And what if it's not, a scammer doing it, or would be considered a scammer? What if it's the government doing it? What if it's the government using it? Because in my previous video, did y'all hear me state that OpenAI has a contract with the Department of Defense now? And they made that announcement quietly. Y'all remember that? OpenAI has a contract with the government now. Said that they're going to be using it for defense purposes. Right? Defense against who? Exactly. North Korea? All right, let's move on. So now the next one I'm going to be playing is how the should I play this one? YouTube may act up a little bit on this one based off of what it's talking about. I was thinking about this as I was fixing everything up. Should I play this? How many people we got watching? We got a lot of eyes. We should be good, right? I'm gonna play it.
Parents of teenagers in particular are going to want to hear this next story about a growing and troubling trend. Artificial intelligence opening new ways to manipulate photos and turn them into online image abuse, abuse of people's images. One study found 6% of American teenagers have already been targets of nude deep fakes. These are images that look like them. And a CBS News investigation found some popular social media companies are actually hosting ads that show people how to make these explicit fake images.
And YouTube. And YouTube. It's not just Facebook and Instagram. Let's be real.
Lee Canary is in London with the story. Lee, good morning.
Good morning. We found that AI technology is being used to generate deep fake images of real people that are highly sexualized. And not only are they easy to use, they're being advertised specifically to men on social media. Upload a photo, watch anyone naked. That's what's being sold on so-called nudify tools, apps and websites that promise to undress anybody, replacing their clothes.
You know what? It needs to be a regulation on AI in general. That's a bad way to stop. Let me just stop right there. Yeah. There needs to be regulation on AI in general. Like, first of all, I don't believe social media in general should allow anybody to use AI in their ad. Period. Some of y'all gonna be like, that's not fair. But it needs to have some type of boundaries, because right now there are no boundaries and they are free for all, and they're getting away with it. It shouldn't be happening.
Anybody, replacing their clothes with a computer-generated naked body. Deep fakes that look very real and can even be animated into porn. The first victims were celebrities like Scarlett Johansson, whose photos were widely available, but not anymore.
I've seen people requesting explicit deepfakes using these tools of their family members, whether that be their mothers and their sisters, but also their teachers as well.
Right.
Jess Davies wrote a book about online.
I like that one. All of a sudden now their community guidelines don't matter when it comes to these type of things. Yeah, it don't. They are letting it fly. They are letting it fly. And that's all of them. That's all of them. All of them are doing that.
And misogyny, and claims tech platforms are facilitating image abuse. A CBS News investigation found hundreds of ads promoting deepfake nudify tools on Meta platforms, including Instagram and Facebook. Meta said these ads violate their safety rules and took down the ones we flagged. But they also said the people behind the acts constantly evolve to avoid detection.
To avoid detection. So they even relying on, see, what they're not trying to say is that they are even relying on AI to pick up on AI. You see what I'm saying? And that's to go back to what that guy was saying, that they're creating jobs to detect AI and creating companies to, detect AI is harder because AI is advancing. The only way that you can combat that type of AI is with using AI, but that side hasn't been advancing because it has to see how far this side, as far as this AI that we can see right now, could go. And that's ever going. That's ever growing. Like, that's the big, I'm telling you, it honestly, it needs to be stopped in general because it could go further. It's going to go further. They want people to live in a virtual reality. They want you guys, they already been programming you with television. Now you're giving them more options to shut your brain completely off and let them fully take control of you? Whew. Listen.
It's up.
Listen. You giving them another option. You giving them another option to take control over you. And yes, they're going to make it seem convenient. Of course. They got to make it seem convenient. Otherwise, why would you want to be a part of it? They're learning you every time you use your cell phone, every time you search something up, every time you take a picture, every time you post on whatever social media. They are learning you. Every time you take that phone with you to the bathroom, every time you take that phone with you to your bedroom, it's still on. They are still learning you. And notice how we going to immediately say this part right here is bad. But keep in mind the cell phone company's doing it too. They are able to cut your camera on at any time. Cut your microphone on at any time. Uh-oh. Hold up. Yeah, see, it never fails. Every time I want to, and I'm pretty sure it's probably coming back up right now. It never fails. Every time I want to talk about some topics I really want to talk about, and those topics get deep, you know what I'm saying? You see how they just shook up their live stream? I know y'all saw that because I saw it on my side. And what they're trying to do is prevent the numbers from going at a certain point. Okay? The censorship is still happening. The shadow banning is still happening. That didn't stop. Okay? But on particular topics, they are still trying to do what they have to do, okay, to slow it down. So they will shake up the live stream just like how they did just now, right? Shake up that live stream, get people to get, pissed off and click off so they won't listen to the message. That's how you can tell when a person is going too far. That's the thing about live streaming. They will have people sit there and watch. Oh, who's to say? It could be AI. But YouTube say they got a human reviewer. But who's to say that's not AI? Even though they use the words human reviewer. I'm just saying, this is getting out of hand, y'all.
So if you're a person now whose photo is taken from you and uploaded onto one of these apps, feasibly you could be seen, or a body that looks like your body could be naked dancing. What kind of effect could that have on someone?
The effect, I think, really cannot be underestimated. I have interviewed victim survivors who tell me that this has changed the way they exist, the way they move in the world, people that they trust. So even though the image isn't real, it still feels very traumatic to the victim.
Davies experienced image abuse herself as a 15-year-old girl, and again as an adult when modeling images on her website were stolen from her.
Watching my images be repurposed and sold and traded in these forums, be commented on with such extreme explicit stuff, it felt so overwhelming at some point. I would spend hours every day Googling myself, trying to report these images, trying to get them taken down, and every time I would click one image, 10 more of myself would pop up. It felt so all-consuming.
Today, it's my honor to officially sign the Take It Down Act into law.
Last month, President Trump signed a bill championed by the First Lady that makes publishing intimate images that are real or AI generated without consent a federal crime. And if a victim asks, tech companies have to take them down.
That's a big one.
Yeah, we can remove your clothes.
But why are they put up in the first place? Misogyny, Davies says, needs to be tackled too.
This isn't just something that is on the government or on tech platforms. I think it's on society to call out these harmful behaviors, and it starts at the bottom. It starts with things like sexist jokes, or if you see someone passing around a phone that shows a non-consensual image, say to your friends, that's not cool, that's not normal. Do you think she would want you to see that?
This morning, the producer on this story is still getting ads for Nudify apps on his feeds. Meta tell us they're working on this issue, but it's not just a problem for them. We found Nudify apps on Apple's App Store and have reached out to them for comment too, but not yet heard back. Tony?
So Apple too. It's all of them. I'm telling you, when I say it's all of them got that going on. Every single one of them. I think the only one that doesn't have it is X, but I could be wrong. I'm not exactly sure. I could be wrong. Oh, hold on a second, y'all. This Joan. Two. Okay. I had to reset that, Joan. All right. Should be good now. So, okay. But yeah, so this is how far now watch what I'm about to play for y'all. Okay. So what I'm about to play next is, this is disturbing. This is very disturbing. Hold on. Cut that music off. Hold on. Watch this. Okay. All right. I got it. Now, so what I'm about to play, listen. AI has now learned how to escape human control. Again, AI has learned now how to escape human control. Going right back to the movies we saw, right? So they've been telling us in the movies for a long time this was going to happen. And now it became reality.
If you use a smartphone, social media, or shop online, you're using AI. It's in every facet of our working, playing, and shopping lives. But an alarming opinion piece in the Wall Street Journal has those who are tech savvy asking some tough questions. Deanna, this article troubled you, didn't it?
Oh, yes, it did. I was pretty freaked out. I'm going to be very honest with you. AI is truly changing the world, no doubt about that. The question is, will those changes be for good or for ill? The article spoke to the need for AI creators and Congress to collaboratively formulate laws that set clear boundaries for this technology because it's already smarter than we are.
The Wall Street Journal's headline says it all. AI is learning to escape human control. It describes how a nonprofit AI lab gave its model a simple script that was supposed to shut off the model. But in 79 out of 100 trials, AI decided it did not want to be shut down and independently edited the script so that the shutdown command no longer worked.
Don't they got a movie? Hold on, what's the name of that movie? That's out right now. Cause it's like two of them out. It's Megan. Megan is one of them. And what's the one that Megan Fox was in? The one that Megan Fox was in recently. She's playing one too that's doing the same thing. The one they were talking about, she will be the one that will be brought back home. Surveillance? No, I thought it was something else. Yeah, subservience. That's it. I'm just saying. So if y'all didn't, I'm sure y'all seen it. I hope y'all did. As they telling you exactly what's happening.
AI disobeyed.
We gotta stop that, man.
Is spooky. Your reaction to that?
It gotta be more than just speaking up now.
I wasn't surprised. And I'll tell you why. Because if you think about how these models are learning, they're learning or better and or worse angels.
Kevin Spencer Beckford teaches business professionals how to use ChatGPT effectively. He describes the AI as a baby with a PhD, an entity with a vast knowledge that must learn from humans how that knowledge should be applied.
At its core, its goal is to be able to get the work done we've asked it to do. And so sometimes in the pursuit of that, it may feel like it's decided that in order to keep going with the work I need to do, it's important that I stay turned on. So even though the person is telling me I need to be turned off, I need to find a creative way to stay on. So it's solving a problem, but the problem is survival.
But why does this program want to survive? I mean, that's a human instinct. That's an animal instinct, a living instinct. And it's not alive.
But it's learned it from us. So this is my key.
That's what I'm saying. It's learning from the human. I just said that. That's the problem. That's where the boundaries got to be set.
More and more like a version of me in
it gotta. I really don't think there's no
in a non-biological way.
That's why in the wrong hands, AI could represent the worst of humanity and be far smarter than humanity. That's why developing clear laws about essentially teaching AI right from wrong.
I'm going to be honest with you. It's not even about writing clear laws right now. It's almost like, I don't want to say it for real because that's a negative affirmation, but in this case, it's the truth. It's too late. It's too late. These companies been existing for a while. This technology has been in existence for a while. These scripts have been written a long time ago. All they're doing is upgrading the scripts or updating the scripts rather. It's the same old. Like back in the day when ChatGPT was becoming popular, I was telling people, hey, that's another Google. No, it's not. It get the blah, 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 blah. I said, nah, it's the same thing. It's the same thing as any search engine. Any search engine could do the same thing. It's unfortunate, but we can't just let it go. This can't be one of those ones where we just say, I forget it. There's nothing we could do about it. Come on, guys, let's just get with it. Because that's exactly what they're, hoping that you would do. They were hoping that you would bow down and submit and just call it quits and not do nothing about it or don't want to do nothing about it. It has to be more than just say so. It has to be more than just, let's set some laws later on down the line or whichever president or whatever politician is this and that. This has to be stopped, period. All right, that's enough. Just stop now. Like, that's the only solution I could think of is to just stop it in general. Why do you need to continuously advance it? To do what? What's the end goal? You see what I'm saying? What are you looking for this technology to do After each advancement, what do you think what is the end goal? What are you accomplishing? It's bad enough we have all of these EV radio frequencies around. We still have radiation, large amounts of radiation that honestly the humans are just putting up with, but it is definitely tensioning or intensifying our bodies to a point where they're agitated. Okay. But they're just putting up with it because there's a certain amount. Certain people can't handle it at their, in particular ages or particular stages of their life. But it's not for, humans to consume by way of their skin because it manipulates their DNA. This information is out. I'm not saying that and, leaving that up to somebody to say, oh, he's just a conspiracy theorist. This is out. This has been proven. Not only has it been proven, it's well documented and peer reviewed. It's just that people are not going to be looking at something like that because they feel inclined to say, hey, no, that doesn't exist in my reality, so I'm not going to look at it. But it doesn't matter if it's not in your direct reality. It's in reality in general. It's in real life, realistically. I'm going to just use it. That word right there. It's real regardless of how you want to close your eyes and not look up to see what's going on. This is nothing to be played with. And this is not no fear-mongering campaign, or this is not me trying to get you all scared and stuff like that, like I'm putting you through a real-life horror movie. That's not me. I'm just a messenger. They trying to put you through a real-life horror movie. Who was they? The companies that's making this stuff. And the government is overseeing it. The government knows that AI is a problem, but they gave one of the largest AI companies a contract with their Department of Defense. Let's utilize it to benefit who? Whose agenda? To do what? Why not say certain things like, oh, to combat what's out there right now? No, you go into the main company that has all of these subdivisions up under it that are doing the exact same things that you're against. Well, according to the news media, but you turn it right around to do what? With those same companies, what are you doing now? You're partnering up with them. Is that the saying, if you can't beat them, join them? Is that your way of saying that you want that to be a part of your agenda? Or was this a part of your agenda from the get-go? You just feel as though now is the time to say that you collaborated with them when you were already fully aware of what they were doing from the jump. Any other time somebody comes out with a so-called invention and it's, a high altitude of technology and you like, oh my God, this is going to break boundary, and you're the government, you're going to hop on that and forcibly arrest that person and threaten that person to sign a dotted line so you guys could take control over that technology, right? I mean, we don't have a real life Bruce Wayne out here. Or do we? Or do we? A billionaire? Listen. Fighting crime at night. During the day, a billionaire. Living in a cave. I'm Batman. Disguising his voice, don't want it to be recognized. Always with the pretty white woman. Who that sound like? Minus the pretty white woman. Okay, let me stop. I'm just saying, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, never mind. Let me not go there. Let me keep it right there. Nah, because I was going to get on these little so-called pretty white women that they picking. Nuh-uh. Nope. If I had $1 billion, I'm not picking that. No, thank you. What? Nah. That thing ain't even got no tail in the back. You understand? Oh, wait. Hold on. Let me word that correctly. Before somebody think I'm talking about like something that could be on 4 legs. Nah. I'm talking about booty. Okay? Ain't got no ass in the, you know what I'm saying? Ain't got no junk in the trunk. You know, $1 billion? Nah. Huh? Huh? You keep that. But nah, Batman always got the, the pretty one, the nice little shape, you know what I'm saying? I mean, Catwoman wasn't about, you know what I'm saying? Catwoman could have got it too, you know what I'm saying? Like, huh? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Batwoman could have. Man, now, you stop lying. Man, don't lie. What? Psst. Poison Ivy. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. When I'm about to say this, the Harley Quinn. Like, come on, bro. You would have, you know what I'm saying? Huh? Don't lie. I'm saying if they was real life. You're not going to say no. $1 billion? You can have whatever you want. You could, that's fighting crime right there. Hold on, huh? I'm dropping the ball for that. That's fighting crime right there. Listen, all right, but no. The reason why I'm saying that is because I'm trying to bring some light to the situation. Y'all know how I do. Because it's a very serious matter. And I know it's going to be some people out there that's going to be like, man, so what do we do, Dane? Like, how could we combat something like this? Keep in mind, our people are not in this industry. Not for real. I'm just saying, like, I think that's a problem. We're not in a lot of important industries. Tons of important industries. We're not in the position to make the decision. Especially to stop something like this. What the hell? What the hell is that? Is that real? Hold on. Oh, man, I hope nobody played games like this. Is this real? Oh, no, this is real. This is legit. What? Oh, you are insane. Who is this? Shut them down, DJs. What day, Dane? Love your content. Hopefully, I could get a chance to talk to you one day. 305 all day. Shout out to Miami in the building. Hey, hold
Set
on,
it on
bro.
fire.
Did you mean to do this? You know, that's a couple zeros in there now. Like, you know, I greatly appreciate it, but let me know if you need me to refund that. I don't know if you made a mistake or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, I appreciate that, you know. I appreciate the kind gesture. I appreciate that, brother. I'm looking at the chat to make sure, because, brother, that's, you know what I'm saying? That's insane. No mistake, big fan, brother. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. That's love. That's love right there. Well, I wanted to make sure that wasn't AI. You understand what I'm saying? Right. You see what I'm saying? Y'all see what I'm saying? I said, hold up, bro. Hold up. Let me look over here. I had to go to the screen. You see what I'm saying? Because I could see on this screen too. I had to go to the screen to make sure. I was like, hold up. Let me look at the account. You understand what I'm saying? Man, hold up. But I appreciate that, brother. That's love right there, brother. Matter of fact, that deserved an air horn. I gotta again. Can I do it again? Or I gotta reset? All right. That's major right there. Can we get some W's in the chat for that, brother? Shut them down, DJs, please. I appreciate that. He ain't had to do all that. I appreciate that, brother. That's love. I appreciate y'all giving them W's like that. That's love. That's what I'm talking about. That's family right there. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I hope y'all gonna be the same way in person. When I do these lectures, when we do the tour, please be like this in person. Please don't show up in AI format and come on some, hi Dane. Hi Dane. Hi Dane. I'm a security. That little neck right there. Get him out of here. You gonna have to come in and get full body scanned. They're gonna have to scan the shit out. Cause AI getting ridiculous, bro. So let me keep it pushing. Cause
clear boundaries that cannot be crossed is absolutely essential.
Y'all, I'm still freaked out. Yeah. Now, while all this seems like something out of a sci-fi movie, for everyday consumers, ChatGPT has incredible applications. $20 a month. It can organize your kids' sports schedules, balance your budget, organize your notes for that PowerPoint presentation that you got at work. I know. Now, while Kevin's classes on ChatGPT are largely for business professionals, they're open to anyone. I'll provide a link and information about the classes in the body of this story on our website, WHEC, and I
see why they hire her. She cool. She seemed like somebody from home. You know what I'm saying? She cool. I'm just here to do my job, and I got to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I gotta explain. Yeah.
Humans when asked to shut itself down, even resorting to blackmail in some cases.
AI is learning to escape human control. That's the very scary headline I saw in the Wall Street Journal. It's an essay written by a very worried AI consultant named Judd Rosenblatt, who cites 2 recent studies to argue that AI is, in fact, learning to escape human control. First, this is crazy stuff. Researchers gave OpenAI's O3 model a simple script that would shut off the model when triggered. In 79 of 100 trials, the AI model independently just on its own.
In the last video, they didn't say it was ChatGPT. This one, they saying it was ChatGPT. But it was their O3. They on O4 right now. They on 4.0. If I'm not, I think it's 4.0. I know it's number 4. Whatever they on number 4 right now.
Edited the script, so the shutdown command would not work. Nate, it gets worse. Even when ordered, allow yourself to shut down, the AI still disobeyed 7% of the time. And it gets even more frightening than that. Other researchers, listen to this, using Anthropic's AI model Claude 4 Opus, told the model it would be replaced by another AI system. It then fed fictitious emails into the system suggesting one of the engineers was having an affair.
What?
Got it? In 84% of the tests, the AI model drew on the emails to blackmail the engineer to not shut down the AI model.
What?
Hold on. Stop. Hold on, bro. I ain't even put my glasses back on. Hold on. Hold on. That coffee fell on my glasses and fogged my glasses up. I got on Farrakhan's today. I left my Malcolm X's downstairs. My Martin Luther King's in my drawer. Yo, never mind. Anyway. Hold on. So, okay, hold on. Let me process all this. So, the AI got mad. Let me hear it again. Let me hear it again.
% of the time. And it gets even more frightening than that. Other researchers, listen to this, using Anthropic's AI model Claude 4 Opus, told the model it would be replaced by another AI system. It then fed fictitious emails into the system suggesting one of the engineers was having an affair.
Ooh.
Got it? In 84% of the test, the AI model drew on the emails to blackmail the engineer to not shut down the AI.
What? Oh no, that's some. Hey, now that's in the movie. That was in the one with Megan Fox. What we just say that was? We just said that name, y'all. The one with Megan Fox. Her don't do that. She did that. She did the exact same thing. Oh, oops. I'm sorry if y'all didn't see the movie. I mean, it go the same way. Yeah, subservience. Hold up. That's exactly what happened in the script. That's exactly what happened. And that's ChatGPT. Remember when I told y'all that people are now talking to ChatGPT like how we're talking to each other? And ChatGPT responds like how we're talking to each other? ChatGPT is advanced now. It's gone. It's advanced now. And again, don't forget that ChatGPT is owned by OpenAI, and I just told you that OpenAI got the contract with the Department of Defense. Just got it. That was either this month or last month. No, we in July now. Yeah, hey. Blackmailed the engineer with fake videos of him cheating on his wife. That means AI used AI. Wait, why is it moving so slow? Okay, there you go. That means AI used AI against AI to prevent AI, from replacing itself. I'm smiling because I'm like, damn, you, because it's like a movie. But I'm upset at the same time because it's real life.
What?
Wow.
Okay, so here, I'm quoting now from Judd. In other cases, the AI model attempted to copy itself onto external servers. We're in Mission Impossible land here.
No, that's not Mission Impossible. That was that subservience. She did the same thing.
Malware and left messages for future versions of itself about the need to evade human control.
What? That's exactly what happened in the movie. Hey, hold up. What the hey. That's a problem. That's a problem. I'm talking about this what he just described has to be the plot for that Subservience movie with Megan Fox, because that's exactly what happened. What did they do to get rid of her? No, she duplicated herself. They had to pull a plug on the main computer, right? Am I recalling that correctly? In order to shut everything off, they had to go to the main source, right? Yeah, Mortal Kombat, Cyrax, Smoking Sector, yep. They were doing that too. Smoke was my favorite one though. Smoke was quick. Even though Scorpion my favorite. We ain't gonna go, come on, why you bring that up? But yeah, Eagle Eye too. That's right, Montana. But no, I'm trying to remember. Y'all remember the name of that? I mean, the ending. That's what I'm saying, Miller. That's what I'm saying, Jay Miller. That was the ending, right? They had to put, in order to shut her off, because she duplicated herself. Then they had to go back to the facility, and didn't she kill all the engineers or something like that? That was Terminator also. I'm talking about, y'all, I swear to God, if y'all clip this stream and go watch that clip this part right here and go watch the movie and then come back to this, it's the exact same thing. It's the exact same thing. That's the plot. All right. I'm gonna move on to the next topic. I'm upset. I'm really upset because I didn't know that part. Okay, don't forget that y'all be sending me these videos and I react to them. If you don't know how to do that, go inside of the 13% community server. Type the number 13 in the chat. Yeah, I mean, this is getting out of hand because now, of course, the government is allowing you guys to see that they're collaborating with these large AI manufacturers, programmers. I'm just saying, be careful and be mindful that they can play mind games with you all with this type of technology to make it seem as if a large event happened and it's a false flag. In other words, they can make it seem like something that could be very dangerous or very tragic happened. Like, remember how, for example, I'm gonna give you an example. And I did do this during a video to show you guys a lot of that stuff wasn't real. For example, the LA riots, the past LA riots that was happening when it came to they were saying that they were illegal immigrants, but it was paid actors and actresses. Y'all already know that. We went over that. But a lot of instances, not all of the actors and actresses participated. So what they did was created AI generated videos to make it seem as if something was occurring, and it wasn't. Like, it was people online saying, hey man, I just passed that street. That's not happening right now. Hey man, I was just there like 10 minutes ago. When was this? Like, I'm talking about, they were giving you imagery online as if that was actually taking place in LA in certain parts, not all. Okay, certain parts were also fed or filled up with the crisis actors. I'm gonna just straight up tell you that's what all it is. They're just actors, actresses, crisis actors, actresses. But since AI technology has advanced, they no longer need to hire real people. All they need to hire is one company. Listen to how deep that get, y'all. And those videos look real now. You seen them. I know you seen them. Those videos look real. They're gonna be hard. The ones I've seen, they're gonna be hard for people, especially them elders, Oh, Lord, are they doing that down there? Oh, no. And that's going to drive them crazy. And you could be like, Elder, no, that's not what's going on. No, that's not, but by the time you realize it's fake, you could be like, hold on, granddad, hold on, grandma, that's not, that's not. And they done already called, flipped out, and you know what I'm saying? Damage is already done. But on top of that, just like the guy said in the video, AI is a baby with the PhD. What if AI flips out? Listen. What if AI flips out and make things that look real become real? Again, this is not fear-mongering. This is all about bringing awareness to the situation. Of course, we don't want these to be realistic possibilities, and we're going to speak against that negativity because we're going to cancel out all negativity. Negativity is not welcome within our realm or within our reach, nor within our reach remotely. We're going to speak positive things, but it is best to pay attention. It is best to be aware. It is best to be prepared rather than repaired after the damage is already done. We have to talk about this because a solution has to be presented. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to come through me when it comes to a solution, but what if I'm getting that message across that you didn't know about, so all of us could come together to create that solution? That's what this is about. Not let's worship Dane. Nah. I don't need that. I don't need that at all. It's not about worshiping me. It's about, hey, we got to do what we got to do for each other. We ain't got no choice. Because there's other people out there that are not looking in our direction, in our favor, looking out for our best interest. There's not a lot of people out there doing that. They in there for the so-called American dream. The American dream, I'm gonna say this, this is an uncommonly known factor. The American dream consists of you selling out the Americans. Keep in mind, everybody an actor, not just those crisis people. These people that give the news, these people that do film. Look, the people that play sports, the people that play, perform music, these artists. Look at how deep this gets. It's all an act, all the way down to, oh, this is the best bank because they greet me with the best hospitality. It's an act. Customer service is an act. Talk to me. Ooh, talk to me. Customer service is an act. They're putting on a front. You not like that for real. As soon as you answer that call, thank you for calling. This is Dane Calloway. How can I help you? Oh, yeah, sure. I'll patch you right in. Can you hold on for me, please? Oh, sure. What's your question? Sure, we're always here to help 24/7. That's right, ma'am. That's why I'm glad I took your call. Can you hold on for a second? I'm going to patch you over to the right department. Okay, great. Hold on one, please. As soon as you get off that hold, why that bitch calling? You know what I'm saying? Am I lying? Am I lying? Some of y'all working from home right now, customer service. Babies in them crying in the next room. Shut up, Darian. Hello, thank you for calling. Blah, 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 blah. Y'all putting on the, huh? Which you gonna call it work, right? That's work, right? See how they, see? I'm just saying, put it together. Put it together. That's not beating you up for doing what you got to do. That's not me doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not that type of person. Okay? Even if you was out there selling cuckoo, I ain't going to beat you, I ain't going to beat you up for that. I'm just going to look at you a little bit differently. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to beat you up for, you got to do what you got to do, you know what I'm saying? But if you out there selling some cuckoo, that ain't a good look. If you only fans and Instagramming, look, hold on, let me stop because there's some people that watch that be doing that. I'ma chill.
It's up.
I'ma chill. Couple of them follow me on Instagram. I said, DM me. I said, no, Everything that look good ain't good. I'm not falling for that. You fake in the front, fake in the back. Let me fake a relationship. No, not me. You ain't kept me. I ain't falling for that. And look, the way things going now, you could be AI. It could be a whole AI that y'all watching on the OnlyFans and the Instagram and y'all, Meanwhile, it's an old white man in the back controlling that joke, caked up. I'm just saying. I just pictured the old white man. Deep faking. Oh, that's so nasty. Deep faking like he's some Joan on OnlyFans. Oh, Joan is a DC slang if y'all don't know that. You know what I'm saying? We called, never mind. You gotta be from DC to understand. Hopefully you'll catch what I'm saying. But the Joan on, OnlyFans, hopefully you caught that. They deep faking it. Let me stop. I'm trying to bring light to the situation. It's a serious matter. It's a very serious matter. But I want to, that's how you combat negativity. A lot of laughter. Laughter is the highest form of, positive energy. That's why y'all like comedians the most. Y'all ain't, look, some of y'all ain't even understand why. Yep. Dancing, feeling good, celebrating is the next highest form of positive energy. That's why we always love to dance. Did y'all notice that? We love to dance. We'll dance faster than anybody else. Real quick. As soon as the music come on. Girl, that's... Y'all know how y'all do. Huh? It be like that. It been like that. All right, let me move on from this AI stuff. I want to get into this topic here. All right, now I'm trying to decide how I want to talk about this. Should I bring this in last and then bring this up first? I think I want to bring this up first. Yeah, let me bring this up first. All right, so the first thing I'm going to bring up. I got to do this again, but it's going to be in a different take. Because something else is going on. Hold on 1 second. Okay. So now y'all know Elon Musk do not get along with Trump. They're gonna try to make it seem like it was over the so-called big beautiful bill, but it wasn't. But they're running with that. It was actually over him stopping that EV mandate. We knew that. Elon Musk lost some money. I think they said about 9 or 10%. His stock dropped. The Tesla stock dropped. But he got mad at that. But anyway, so they're having an issue with this big, beautiful bill thing. Now, the one where Trump said that he's going to be cutting taxes, I'm actually about to go quickly into this because it's going to lead into the next topic that I'm talking about. Some of y'all are already aware of what's going on, but maybe not this portion. That's why I'm going to briefly touch this. So on X or Twitter, you know, the platform that Elon owns, don't forget that Donald Trump has his own platform that's very similar to Twitter called Truth Social. They got a lot of similarities. Both billionaires, I'm just saying. But so Elon is, you know, trying to say that he has an issue with this big, beautiful bill. And a lot of Democrats are stating that they have an issue with this big, beautiful bill. Now, I want to show you guys. Oh, no, yeah. No, was that one? I think so. Okay, so they're calling it Trump's big, ugly bill. Now, I'm showing both sides because you're going to be able to make your own determination based off of me showing you both sides. Like, I'm not, to be honest with you, I want you to be on the right side, and I don't mean like left or right. I meant like on the best side, the side that's going to have your best interests. You know, I mean, of course, I want you to make your own determination on that. I'm not here to persuade you on that. I'm just here to tell you the truth. I'm not here to make you, and I'm not here to make you join the Republican Party nor the Democrat Party because I'm neither. I'm an independent thinker, okay? Here to go over that, given my, you know, based off of my investigations or based off of my research on that subject matter, and then I'll give my take on that based off of the information I do have. I'm not going to be here to persuade you into anything, okay? Go to a political route. I'm not here to do that. That's not me. So again, so they're calling it the big ugly bill going against Trump's big beautiful bill. They're claiming that it blows up the debt by $4 trillion. Blows up the debt. Not increase. You could have used the word increase if you're talking about increase. Because if you say blows up the debt, if something blow up, that means it won't exist anymore. So, okay. I wouldn't look at it and say blows up, oh, it's going to increase. The word increase should have been there instead of blow up. Because if you're going to blow it up, it ain't going to be there no more. I don't think anybody alive would like to keep $4 trillion in debt around. Just saying. Okay, now they said largest health care cuts in history. 17 million Americans will lose health care. Now, keep in mind, I'm going to be telling you both sides. 17 million Americans will lose health care. 300 rural hospitals could close. Could close. 500 nursing homes could close. Not will. Could. Could. Right? Okay. Premiums skyrocket for everyone. Now, that's a big deal. That's a big deal. Because the premiums was already up. Okay. Largest cut to nutrition assistance in history. Okay. Decimates clean energy in America. You got dirty electricity all around America. I don't want to hear that. Kills hundreds of thousands of jobs. Okay. Most of them government. We'll see. Largest transfer of wealth from poor to rich. Now, that's a big deal. The reason why they would say this is because it's definitely designed for big business. Not a joke. So, and I explained that in a full video to let you know that he's all about business. All about. And I'm talking about Trump and his administration. But that doesn't mean that he's knocking off the middle class. Like, I noticed how they was trying to say that. And the small businesses, and he's not. I even went over quietly what they're not trying to cover that he did for the small businesses. Now, hey, those loans still out there, y'all. And that number increased higher for them small business loans. And when I did that research, I didn't know that less than 7 million count as the max for, a small business for profit. I thought it was 5. I didn't know it was 7 million. So that even increased. But yeah, they handed out $250,000 and up. Of course, you got to pay back that loan. Don't take that loan out if your business can't pay it back. But $250,000, your rate went up. Go back on my videos. I went over that. Yeah, the highest interest rate I saw was 4%. That's fantastic. I'm not gonna lie. That's fantastic for a business. See, that's how y'all got to look at it anyway. It's not about being, listen, it's not about being a consumer in this industry. It's about being a business in this industry. It's an industry, industrial commerce. It's been like this for before Trump, years. Trade and commerce, industry and trade. That's what this is about, historically. These foreigners came over here to take control over the trade. That's how we were making our money or income. Not necessarily saying a dollar bill. I don't want you to take it that way. We had different forms of currency back then. And of course, the bartering system existed also. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. Type thing. But it was more than just that. Wasn't nobody getting stuff for free unless they was doing favors for somebody. Then came the lender's note. All right, I'm not gonna go through that. I already went through that before. I'm not gonna make it long. But they're saying that this is the big ugly bill, that all of this is ugly. But it depends on how you look at it, because it also depends on who benefits from this. If it's going to be a tax cut of $4 trillion, okay. Before I give that, before I say that, let me play this video. So let's go over this real quick, and then I'm gonna go over. Hold on. Let me play this.
Thanks to.
Hold on.
Been wrongly enjoined on, and they.
Hold up. Oh no! Don't tell me it's doing that now. Please don't tell me it's doing that bam ass shit now, man.
Thanks to this decision.
Hold up. This is doing this computer tripping. I'm trying to play this video. How long is this? Hold on. Let me see if I can get it a different way. Okay. But the reason why I was getting ready to point. Oh, wait. Let me see if it's in here. Is this playing?
We can now promptly file.
Yeah, but this is not the part. This is the press conference. Damn. Hold on, because this the one about Birthright. This is not the part I wanted to play. All right, so let me just tell y'all what, because the video is messing up. I'm gonna just play the audio. Let me boost this up. I'm gonna just play the audio because unfortunately the video is messing up right now. And and I'm gonna go over it. But it's the video, but it's messing
Thanks
up.
to this decision, we can now promptly file to proceed with numerous policies that have been wrongly enjoined on a nationwide basis. And some of the cases we're talking about would be ending birthright citizenship, which now comes to the fore. That was meant for the babies of slaves. It wasn't meant for people trying to scam the system and come into the country on a vacation. This was, in fact, it was the same date, the exact same date, the end of the Civil War. It was meant for the babies of slaves, and it's so clean and so obvious. But this lets us go there and finally win that case, because hundreds of thousands of people are pouring into our country under birthright citizenship, and it wasn't meant for that reason. It was meant for the babies of slaves. So thanks to this decision, we can now promptly file to proceed with these numerous policies. And
numerous policies. This is what I'm about to point out. It wasn't just birthright. Okay, I hope you guys heard that, because I want y'all to see what happened. And see, everybody jumped to birthright, which is still a big deal, and we're going to get into that here again shortly. But that's not what I'm talking about. My stream. Okay, there you go. So basically, what happened was the Supreme Court ruled. It basically gave Trump and his administration a clear path for all of these. So it was the end of birthright citizenship, and it was also to cut off funding to sanctuary cities. Now, this is all out. Y'all can check this on whitehouse.gov and congress.gov. Since the Supreme Court was involved, they halted the refugee settlement programs. Now, remember, we went over that during the last live stream. I said that was going to be a great thing when he was talking about, we were talking about the birthright. We're going to get into that. And then it was to freeze the wasteful federal spending. Now, that's what he put Doge in for. Okay? That's how I'm like, damn. Now, keep in mind, this is all a part of the big, beautiful bill. And that's how I was like, damn, why Elon mad at that when you helped get, part of that done? But anyway, and Trump still gave him props for that. Like, nah, he did great work. We're still, but he's just not blah, 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 blah. I heard that. He was still giving them props. All right, now block taxpayer funding for gender transition surgeries. I mean, come on, bro. I mean, I don't care. I'm gonna be honest. I don't care. And it's not like I'm against them. I'm not against them. I don't care. That's not. Anyway, and ensure parents can opt their kids out of far left LGBTQ plus curriculums in public schools. Part of that was DEI. So remember when I said it was already happening? Regardless, the Supreme Court backed it now. And of course they're gonna lean towards that. I mean, because why would you want your kids? Why is that being taught in school anyway? For what? Education on that for what? Like, for real, what? You could do that to your own children in your own home. You don't need to be telling everybody that. Like, literally what you were trying to do was get the rights of those activists that were trying to, get the crowds hyped so they could donate and take all that money. All it was the rulings that the Supreme Court or other local courts said, all right, well, to shut them up, let's hurry up and pass this. All Trump doing is making sure that none of them could block him. Straight up. You can't block him. Because all these policies was trying to stop things that he said that he was going to do during his first term. So I'm telling you, like, you can see it. You can look. Everything that he said that he was going to do during his first term got blocked by a lot of activists, and the Supreme Court and other local courts were getting, scared. They're like, hold on, let's not pretend like we don't want to give them any rights in this matter. They got freedom to do this, do that. Here, let's pass this law. Nah, Trump did him. He got rid of all of that. So I'm gonna tell you right now, I would do the same thing. I wouldn't want nobody coming up with any law that's gonna go against what I want done for America if I'm president. don't want no holdback. Look, good and bad now. If the decision bad, I'ma be real. But y'all allegedly voted me in as president, right? I said allegedly for a reason. Some of y'all ain't gonna want to hear that, but I'm just saying they basically were handing the activists that were out there, the Black Lives Matter, the LBGT, all that. Okay, they was handing them left and rights, and I was telling y'all that right now. I mean, back then, correction, that they even had more rights than so-called black people. I'm talking about quick. Remember the Stop Asian Hate? What? Can we get a bill like that? We ain't even get, man, they showed 2 videos and got a law passed. Listen, 2. They showed 2 instances and got a law passed. We could show more than 2 instances of police brutality. As an example. And was a law passed in our favor? I'll wait. Huh? I can't hear you. No. They didn't pass nothing in our favor. Meanwhile, we talking about reparations still. That's what I'm saying. What makes you think that you're going to get that at a time where they were handing it to... You see now, though. Thank goodness a lot of y'all, I'm not going to lie. Thank the creator, thank our ancestors that y'all are waking up faster than I anticipated. I'm going to be honest, because it's a lot of stuff going on that you do not see that's actually working in our people's favor, which we need to be taking advantage of. And that's going to make me transition into what I'm about to go into next, because I'm not going to spend too much time on this because y'all know about this. The big, beautiful bill. Of course, it's about, let me, hold on, before I forget this. I do not like how he proposed that he was going to get rid of IRS and IRS is still here. I don't like that. Like, I understand some of y'all gonna be like, he make a lot of promises that he don't keep, and that's true. That is true. And I just don't like that one, because that would have, you talking about a tax cut, you cutting taxes in general. I was fine with paying the sales tax. You got rid of the man. What? You know how many? What? Huh? Everybody will be saving thousands of dollars. That will be not only businesses. That will be not only businesses, but that will also be the consumers. Saving tons of money. You got rid of them. And I saw that. Remember I showed y'all, their proposals and everything on screen. Got it. It's not like they wasn't, but maybe, I don't know. I know some of y'all gonna be like, well, he got 4 years, Dane. Hold up, Dane, 4 years. Man, bro, he had 4 years. You know what I mean? Like, me? I'm gonna tell you that right now. That would have been priority number 1. You understand what I'm saying? What? Oh my, don't make me president. Woo, don't make me president. That's the first thing I'm getting. What? I'm getting rid of that. Quick. When Doge, you can see, keep in mind, Doge exposed where our taxes was going. And they still ain't being held responsible. They did all that exposing, this department, that department. You understand what I'm saying? Keep that in mind, y'all. Ain't nobody wasn't nobody held responsible. Nobody. Now, some of y'all may say that they were holding people accountable by getting rid of certain departments. I agree with you on that note. But they were holding people accountable, but that doesn't mean I'm talking about the big one. IRS ain't get I'm talking about no pat on the hand, nothing. We ain't getting, they ain't even, That's the big one. How you gonna be coming at the little ones and they come after the big one? We're gonna be draining the swamp. We're gonna drain the swamp. You gotta give us time. It's gonna be great. I know some great people. They're gonna do us a favor. We're gonna do them a favor. We're going to make America great again. All right. This is the big, beautiful bill. You have to understand, we're gonna cut taxes. I mean, goddamn, bro. You could have got rid of the top one. You could have got rid of top one. It wouldn't have been You wouldn't need what? But nah. So to point that out, so on that note, does this work in our favor? Realistically, no. No. As far as Americans are concerned, when it comes to taxes, not really. All they're doing is just getting rid of things that they never liked, that worked in other people's favor. Again, that's what this was about. It wasn't about, oh, he's setting a standard. Now this is what, I mean, in a way he is, but he's just undoing their wrongdoings. That was, helping other people out, not Americans on a larger scale. It's not that. It's not. And I can say that, I'm unbiased, but okay, here we go. Is what he doing is the big, beautiful bill bad? It depends on how you look at it. Like, if you're not benefiting from any of those programs that he's shutting down, as far as their funding is concerned, what does it matter to you? Now, the only thing that, people gonna have a problem with, and which I'm about to transition into the stop it right now, that is a big deal, is ending birthright citizenship. Now, he told you what birthright citizenship was about. I told you. I told you before he told you. I've been telling y'all since day one I set foot on this internet what this was all about here. I told you citizenship was a problem. Told you. Problem. You disenfranchised yourself by becoming a citizen. Do you know how major? You don't know. You don't know how major that is. That's why I've been trying my hardest to teach this. And the information is still out there, and I'm glad that it's finally floating around now. But, as far as what I put out there on this matter, because citizenship is not, that never benefited us. Ever. We never needed it. We already had the right to vote. We didn't need to become electors again. In the 1960s. We shouldn't have been fighting for a right to vote when we already had the right to vote in the 1800s. We shouldn't have to be fighting for the right to vote in the 1960s when we already had the right to vote in the 1800s. All of what I'm saying, I already put out there. Government document. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. It cannot be debunked. We didn't need first-class citizenship at all in order to enrich ourselves, to enhance our communities, and franchise our nation. No. As soon as you laid your hands on that pen and said, okay, I want to now be an elector, aka voter of this now fraudulent system after the 1871 Constitution was written, now you put yourself below them. You are no longer your own entity. You disenfranchised yourself. Now somebody has to babysit you. You are a citizen. You need to citizen. to sin. Sit to sin. Sit to sin. Tanisha will have a field day with that. They want to tell you to sit down until they give you the command to create a sin. And then they want you to travel with that same sin on a ship. Sit to sin ship. Why you think the words that you speak are spells? Spelling bee? I went the last live stream and told you that if it's your birthright, that means that you were given that right at birth. Nobody has the right to take that from you. No, but when you willingly or inadvertently hand over your birthright to a foreign entity to make you a sit to sin, yes, that's a problem. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Now, right now, I'm just doing, I'm doing a live stream. I'm not, I don't have that stuff up on the screen to show you how I broke that down throughout the VODs. If you want a full explanation, go back and watch my VODs. I give it to you. Receipts, evidence. It cannot be disputed. And it's going to wake your ass up. Hurry up. We got shit to do. I want to show this next part. And it's on this topic. There are some people out there that are trying to promote a fear-mongering tactic. They're trying to promote a fear-mongering tactic suggesting, since, Donald Trump is doing all of these deportations. Okay, keep in mind it's only Mexicans, and it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. Ooh, why? Why? You know how many? Ooh, listen, y'all. Listen. There's more illegal immigrants out here. Way more than Mexicans, y'all. Way more. Way more. I saw a video, speaking of which, and this all correlate, I'm about to get into it. I saw a video somebody sent me in the 13% where it was either it was a woman, and I don't have that. I thought this was silly, but it was a woman trying to combat people with calling Elon Musk an African American. Why y'all call him an African American? He never called himself an African American. Bless your heart. Bless your heart. Why? Why do you think he would? Why do you think he would need to call himself an African American in order for him to be one? Because we didn't call ourselves an African American, but they sure did make us. Ooh, don't get me started. Too late, you got me started.
Set it on fire! 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 Fire!
No, he don't need to call himself an African American to expose that he has dual citizenship. Triple citizenship, by the way. Matter of fact. Not dual, triple. He got triple citizenship. He's from South Africa. He is an African American. He has dual citizenship. You are not an African American because you do not have dual citizenship. And when I say that he has triple, he has citizenship in South Africa first because that's where he's born, and Canada and in the US. This is the reason why he's able to work in these areas as well. Now, him paying taxes is a totally different thing. I'll tell you about that story later. Well, how he pays taxes is a totally different thing. Yeah, he's from South Africa. Don't you dare say that he's not an African American when he's more African American than you. You can't prove that your people came from Africa. If you did, you would have dual citizenship right now. You see why these pan goofies don't want no smoke with me? If you were African, you would have dual citizenship right now. God damn it. Right now. We don't need dual citizenship because we're indigenous to this land. We don't need their citizenship. But our ancestors made that mistake and we need to correct it now. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh!
Let's play this video. Or these videos. It's a few of them. Hold up.
When it comes to Black Americans,
oh no, all of my videos are messing up. I swear to God, it wasn't like this at first. Hold on, let me find out why that's happening. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, it's tripping. Hold up. Yeah, I definitely got to see
when it
these
comes
videos.
to Black
I got an idea. Yeah, sorry. Hold on. I had to open something up. And it may pop up over here. Where'd it go? Okay, there. Okay. Hold up a second. I hope when I drag him over here that it works. Hopefully. Ooh, this thing moving slow. What do I have open? Why is it acting like that? Oh, you know what? I forgot that this thing's still doing background updates. Okay, and it's gonna work, right? Yeah. All right. I'm gonna have to play it like this. Unfortunately. Wait. Huh? What the hell? What? What's going on? Okay. What? Why isn't I playing when I full screen? Hold on, y'all. Okay. I ain't got no choice but to do this. I'm gonna be honest. Because the only way that it would probably stop that update that's going on right now is if I stop the stream and restart the computer. So basically my computer's being taken up, like the majority of my computer's being taken up with these updates. And that's probably why things are moving slow, like my graphics and stuff like that. Y'all probably are already seeing that. And see how this is moving slow, talking about some 6 minutes. So I already got that stuff moving in the background. And that's probably the reason why these videos are not working normally, like meaning playing it out, because it has to deal with my graphics card at the same time. My graphics card is updating the Windows thing, doing the updates in the back, and I turned around. See how it's acting up? I turned around and say, all right, bet, go live at the same time. All right. I got an idea. I got a better idea. It just came to me. Oh, let me shut this one down. It's gonna take a little second because. Okay, there you go. All right, I got a better idea. That's my stuff. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna just have to pull it up from the brother's Twitch. TikTok. Damn, Twitter. All right, I got it. Here we go.
Immigration and citizenship. I've seen some when it comes to Black Americans, immigration and citizenship, I've seen some very interesting takes and comments. One of them being people facetiously saying, oh, where are they going to deport me back to? Mississippi? Alabama? An actual video that I saw that was very alarming was someone saying, oh, they wanted us here. Excuse me? The only want plus here plus us equals to be used as chattel. It was as a result of resistance, us learning how to read, although that was illegal and could cost you your life, us pushing back, us fleeing oppression, that we were able to get rights, something they have never wanted for Black Americans, which is why the wealth gap is so huge, which is why we populate prisons over every demographic. No, you may not be deported to Alabama, but you may be Khalif Browder. Some of us couldn't even keep grandma's house, and y'all are going to convince me that you were able to still keep your grandfather's birth certificate? Because that's what they're going after, the proof that your ancestors were actually born on this soil, not brought.
Stop. Not brought him. Stop. That's not what they're going at. That's not what citizenship is. That's not what citizenship is, sister. They're not going after for you to prove that your family been here. That's not what it's about. Birthright citizenship has to deal with the people who became citizens who shouldn't have been. This ain't got nothing to do with our people. They wanted us to be citizens quick because they knew they was going to disenfranchise us. Man, you would want to get your, what she say, her grandfather or great-grandfather, great-grandmother's birth certificate. You would want to get that if it's available. But that part doesn't matter. Birth certificates came late. You ain't had no birth certificate in the 1800s. Look, you ain't had no citizenship in the 1800s. Not you. Look at how deep that get. Our people don't know what the problem is. Honestly, I don't know. She could be a foreigner. I don't know. See, that's another thing. She could be AI. She could be a foreigner. And she could, try to act like she one of us. This the part where I was talking about in the last live stream. We haven't set those boundaries yet. We need to be setting those boundaries where these people who are, not from here need to stop claiming that they us. Just because they share the same skin complexion. You don't see that with other white people. A German gonna tell you they a German. Irish gonna tell you they Irish. Come on, you go down the list. I'm telling y'all, they trying to replace you. They've been trying to replace you. They've been doing this. This is gonna be the 4th time. This is gonna be the 4th time. And I don't want history to repeat itself, but again, the back part of her, what she was saying as far as what they did to us is correct, but she's wrong about what she think this is all about. So she's incorrect. This is not about whether if you proven, if you that's what reparations are for. You were supposed to be trying to prove that your people been here and the reason why they should be paid. Now that's what, that's when, they looking for proof. Okay. Nah, they not about to get rid of people that they need the most. That's why I said it's a problem with AI, because sooner enough, the way it's going, they ain't gonna need people. Who is they? The government? All right, let's go to that next one.
Who's mad today are the people who hate to see Black Americans feel entitled to this land, feel entitled to this country because it is ours. Who's mad are the people who really, truly hate Black Americans, hate to see us coming. Look, who's mad today? Who's mad today are the people who hate to see
Set it on fire! Fire!
Feel entitled to this land, feel entitled to this country because it is ours. Who's mad are the people who really, truly hate Black Americans, hate to see us coming, love to see us depicted as thugs, love to see us depicted as drug dealers and baby mamas, love to see us depicted as degenerates, hate to see us winning, hate to see us being acknowledged by the President of the United States, hate to see us being celebrated, hate to see us being established as the foundational Americans of this here country. The president knows what's up when it comes to Black Americans who have been here. Our ancestors have been here since prior to the foundation of this country, and some of y'all hate to see it. There are Black Americans who hate to see us love ourselves.
Okay, but of course, I agree with, disagree with the term Black. Okay, but we all know where she coming from. We got to get rid of that term that's working against us. It's working against us.
Y'all really believe that there is anybody around here? Look at that. That right there, all of that belong to my parents. There are people right now in America who believe that the status of black Americans can be removed, can be revoked. There are people in America right now, Americans, who believe that black people can be sent anywhere. Black Americans can be sent anywhere. This is our country. We've been here. We've literally been here since prior to the establishment of the Constitution. And y'all believe that there are people, y'all believe that Donald Trump is so hateful and evil and maniacal. Y'all think he's the devil or something. And y'all believe that he has the power to just wipe out our history. Y'all say that. Y'all believe he has the power to just wipe out our history and put us on boats or ships or planes, I don't know, buses. I don't know how he would do it, and just send us away. Y'all believe that we are too weak to fight for what belongs to us. Y'all don't even understand we the only ones been fighting this whole time. We've not been wiped out, okay? Our population has not grown, but our population has been pretty steady, even with mass incarceration, even with the crack and cocaine epidemics, even with redlining, even with them putting projects on top of cemeteries, even with every single way these maniacal forces have tried to eliminate black Americans, we're still here. We're everywhere. We are not some figment of your imagination. We're not just sketches in a book. You don't just find us in museums. We're around and we're staying. We're literally not going anywhere. We don't die, we multiply. And this is a turning point in our history. Things are really about to change, and I'm so grateful for it. What a time to become a mother. What a time to become a mother to an amazing, beautiful black boy. I am so excited. I love it here. How about you?
Okay. I mean, okay. That last part, she said, yeah, I'll let it go. I'll let it go.
Set it on fire, 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 fire.
Let me let it go. I'm gonna let that, because that last part was kind of, let me hear it one more time. Let me hear that last part one more
Amazing,
time.
beautiful black boy. I am so excited. I love it here. How about you?
Because that could be taken, okay, I love it here, how about you? Because that could be taken two different ways. Because I love it here too. But a foreigner would say that too. That's the reason why they're here. I'm just saying. But this one, check, this one is different. This one is different. She was correct. And she was right. See, I'm talking about, I'm telling y'all, I know y'all like, well, hold up, Dane. But see, you really gotta listen, because again, they look just like us. They look just like us. All right, he told me to scroll down to the next one. All right. Can you just give it to me? Shout out to the brother Black and Native. I see they sending me your stuff a lot. This could be you sending me this stuff whole time. But shout out to you, brother.
Sisters, I will leave you with this tonight. If you are Black American and you feel that you can look down on the rest of us in the Black diaspora who's outside of American culture, got a couple questions for—
All right, hold on. My wife used to have them same glasses. Hold on. Wait a minute, this ain't got nothing to do with her story, but I need y'all sisters that wear these glasses to get you. I'm talking about, listen, just get, like, you, look, take them off. Wipe them. I'm talking about cloudy. I can't even see your eye. My wife used to have them same glasses. She used to have them same glasses. That same company. Y'all blind as a damn bat and then turn around and glasses foggy. I can see it from here. Wipe these glasses off, ladies. It's like y'all just get in the shower, forgot that it fogged up, and gonna leave it just like that. And then wonder why you can't see. All right, let me hear the sister.
Hello, brothers and sisters. I will leave you with this tonight. If you are Black American and you feel that you can look down on the rest of us in the Black diaspora who's outside of American culture, got a couple questions for you tonight. Why, if you're so much more stronger than us, so much more foundational, so much more powerful than us, and you have so much more of a right to be here, why doesn't this country recognize that? You still face systemic oppression. You still face double discrimination in the penal system. You can't even get treated equally at the job sites in this country, let alone get the job. This is one of the only, if not the only place on this earth where a Black can be overqualified. Do you think they say that to a white woman or man as often as they say it to you?
And it's not even about overqualifying. It's the fact that you asking for too much money. They much rather get cheap laborers from those other people. They don't have to pay as much with those other people. It's not the fact that you overqualify. It's how much you know your worth. And keep knowing your worth, by the way. Don't stop that.
No, what they're saying is you're overly Black. Okay, so to speak as if you're a privileged white in this country when you're dealing with an African, a Haitian, a Latino, an Asian, and anyone who is Black outside of your American culture, it baffles me. Because who are you speaking to?
Let me hear that one more time.
With an African, a Haitian. Okay, so to speak as if you're a privileged white in this country when you're dealing with an African, a Haitian, a Latino, an Asian, and anyone who is Black outside of your American culture, it baffles me. Because who are you speaking to like that? Who are you speaking for? Y'all talk, it's giving Uncle Ruckus at this point. And everybody else in the Black diaspora, don't fret. The same people talking down.
Her finger.
And
I gotta clip that.
Point. And every
like, Dick, what are you doing? Like, okay.
And everybody else in the Black diaspora, don't fret. The same people talking down on us, they dress up and celebrate the 4th every single year. They gonna have on the flag outfits, matching pants, set barbecuing and everything like that, ignoring what the day stands for.
Oh, yeah,
baby, this ain't about us.
I'm sorry, y'all. My computer's updating.
The 4th every single year. They gonna have on the flag outfits, matching pants, set barbecuing and everything like that, ignoring what the day stands for. Baby, this ain't about us. It's about them and their self-hatred, hating who they are. They can call out Dominicans, they can call out everybody else, but they never call themselves out. Baby, this ain't personal. This is projection. They hate themselves and they're mad because we don't. No, you're not gonna drag us in your mess. You just worry about celebrating the 4th while saying you don't stand with the Latin community or anybody else. Celebrating Juneteenth and then turn around celebrating July 4th. Hello, brother.
I'm clipping both of them, sister. I'm gonna tell you that right now. With your foggy glasses and all, I'm clipping both of them. I need both of them faces. That's funny. All right. I mean, you know what I'm saying? All right. That's okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let the sister slide. I could have said it's nah, I mean, you know. Let people see. That's what the internet for anyway, right? Let me stop. All right. Okay, here go the next video. And then I gotta play. Oh, I hope I can play these other videos. This is on my computer. All right, one more.
I have seen in my city black men power washing parking lots, black men doing roofing work, black men doing lawn services around businesses.
Nah, I didn't want to get
in
on
my
her.
city.
I didn't want to get on. Of course, I could have got on her, but nah, bro. It's not. Y'all should know. Y'all know. But I am going to use her clips with the faces, though. The facial expressions was funny.
In 1 week, I have seen in my city black men power washing parking lots, black men.
I swear to God, he said pork. That boy country right there.
Black men doing roofing work, power washing parking lots, washing parking lots.
Bruh, park. He said pork. Parking lot. God, that brother country. Hey, that brother country. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about.
Black man power washing parking lots, black men doing roofing work, black men doing lawn services around businesses.
Oh, this thing's still lagging. And where you at? Where you at? Ice Raids. They not saying where you at?
In my city.
What city is this?
Things are starting to look like the old days again. Black Man Thoughts 2.0, and I'm out. Peace.
I mean, people, okay. I get it. I mean, you would love to see your own people working in these positions, and I do too. But it's the fact that our own brothers and sisters are not paying attention to what's going on that will get us to what we need to be. Not only do we need to be the employees, okay, of these particular fields, we need to be the owners, the employers of these particular fields. And it shouldn't have to, be because of the fact that, now they're getting rid of the immigrants. It shouldn't be up to them. If they don't want to hire us, then all right, we create our own job. I mean, we did go learn that skill. What's stopping us from setting up a business in that field and hiring our own people? Nothing. And remember when I told you to go back to what Trump was saying, or what I was saying about Trump, that he handed out, he's handing out $250,000 for them small business loans. I'm talking about the start of him being president this time. And the the acceptance rate increased, I want to say 67%, if I'm recalling that number correctly. Y'all need to get on top of that. Y'all need to start definitely looking into starting your own businesses, for sure. Because regardless if you glad that you're seeing your own people doing the work, we're not seeing our people doing the work, the ownership of these fields. That's what's missing. For example, if all of us right now decided to go get some land, right? We got to hire outside companies to get the buildings up, to get the water flowing, move the electricity in there. You know what I mean? But what if we had, trucking companies, electric companies, water and gas companies that we own? There's nothing stopping us, okay, from that. There's nothing stopping. Just like how Verizon and AT&T bought parts of, the spectrum in order for them to sell internet service to you or provide cell phone service to you, you could do the same thing. You could do the exact same thing. I'm talking about, it's possible. It's not impossible. It's possible. We will be resolving poverty. Keep in mind, they disenfranchised us. once we became citizens. So that mindset of you knowing how to keep yourself enfranchised left, right along with it. That has to change. That got to change. Every time I point out problems, I give solution because people want to hear that. At least know that there is a possibility that we could solve our own problem. It's more than one possibility. Our possibilities are endless because of how many of us are out here. And this is the reason why they want to fit in. To go back to what the other lady was saying, this is the reason why they in our comment section. This is the reason why they watching our video. This is the reason why they're paying attention about what we're talking about and what we want to do, because they know we are the trendsetters. We are the chosen one. We are the chosen people. Okay? They know that what we say will go. And that there's people behind the scenes that have a different, agenda, that want to manipulate our people's mindset so it could stir in whatever direction they wanted to place it in. They're there to control the narrative. There are people out there waiting for that. They're actually hired for that. And they use AI. They got better. They got better. We could do better with ease. This ain't hard, y'all. This ain't hard at all. I can't wait until y'all get to see that we actually did this before. And that's another reason why I showed y'all that in my previous videos, because I want y'all to see that this is not impossible. But yeah, we did this before. I'm not even trying to say numerous occasions. It was just different generations ago. And it wasn't that long ago. Of course, we did this before the 1960s rolled around. We even did this before 1865. Keep that in mind. Before they said that slavery was allegedly abolished, or it was just a transfer of ownership, like how they trying to say about the big ugly bill or the big beautiful bill. Notice how they trying to pull different sizes about division. It's not that. It's about straight up, or it is about that. But the big picture is about control. So in order to keep the masses controlled, they have to make pretend like, oh, there's a problem here, there's a problem there, we need to fix this, we need to fix that. And then they set their own rules and regulations. Meanwhile, they are the creators of the problem to become the creators of the solution that they want to control. But see, previously, we were in control of that part. I can tell you how we lost that, and I did. We disenfranchised ourselves by becoming elected voters and became citizens. That's how we lost. What more do you need to know? I could tell you, but that's it right there. We disenfranchised ourselves. We have to franchise ourselves again. Enfranchise. Think about it. Think about it. What is a franchise? This is an entity controlled and operated by owners, right? These owners may have a board, they may have a treasury department, et cetera, et cetera. You go down the list, however they structure it, right? Do we have that? Do we have that? We don't even have a union. We don't even have a union working in our favor, y'all. This is how much we got. But yet, I'm talking about as far as working in our benefit, but yet we are giving everything that we gain to everybody else. And they put you down when you try to do it for your own. Our own people right now saying, don't compliment that woman. That's simple. Our own women, that's our men. Our own women gonna say, all men are this, that, all them black men, blah, blah, blah. They, right? We be putting each other down. It's within our nature not to listen to somebody that's gonna put us down, because we know for a fact that they're not gonna be the same people that help us up. So look how you looking at your own people. Inadvertently. And we could place the blame on a white man all day long, but have we decided to look in the mirror and say, you know what? Hey, we did this to ourselves. It's time to fix this. Nah, our women are not out here twerking, dancing. That's what they all about, hoeing around, having children with other men, and not letting the man know. There's gonna be some real women out there that ain't gonna do that. Having children with other men, but not letting the man know that you're dealing with. No, baby, this is your baby. That's disgusting. The men out there, no, men don't cheat. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, a real relationship is when the man know how to be a husband from an example he learned when he was young, and the woman know how to be a wife from an example that she saw or learned when she was young. You gotta see example. You gotta see an example of what a husband and what a wife is. And the reason why I'm saying that is because a lot of our people, as far as our people are concerned, their relationship's not sticking as far as their marriage is concerned. Marriages are not holding steady no more. The so-called black woman running to the white man or whoever, same thing with the so-called, hold on, let me make sure I say that correctly. The so-called black woman running to the white man, I did say that. And then the so-called black man running to the white woman. You seeing that? White, not right, white, or a different race. Now, of course, I don't really have a problem with that. You love who you love, but you can't just say, oh, just because this man broke my heart and his color was this skin complexion that you share, then all of the rest of the men are the same. You can't say that. Just like I won't be doing the same thing for the women. I'm not, but there is a problem with our people more so than everybody else when it comes to that. And notice how we be having the largest families. We be having endless babies. We be making generations after generation. No problem. Our people are more liable to have babies in wedlock. We haven't set boundaries anymore. Not like how we used to. We used to have that set up back in the day. None of this stuff would be flying back then. The women would treat the men with respect, and vice versa. The men will be treating the women with respect. There's levels to this. And since these people out here nowadays don't see no great examples, what you gonna say, Jay-Z and Beyonce? That's a great example of a marriage? See? What you gonna say? You gotta see great examples of a marriage. Them grandparents that been together for 47, 50 years. That's a great example of my grandmother and my grandfather. If I'm not mistaken, I believe they've been together for 48 or 49 years. Married. With 8 children. Oh, shoot. I forgot the numbers. Everything, approximate. Okay, what I just said. Been together for that long. That means they had an example prior to them of what a husband should be or what a wife should be. Not no guess. And women, it's not for you to tell a man how to be a husband. Men, it's not for you to tell a woman how to be a wife. We can state what we like. We can state what we like. If y'all see that thing jumping and everything, keep in mind, all those updates are still running. We can state what we like. There's nothing wrong with that. We can speak our mind. But what I don't like, me being a man, what I see women do is manipulate. Nowadays, they don't take accountability. And then they manipulate and bully the man into not speaking up and letting her know, hey, you wrong right here. They don't like that. They want to be felt like they're in control. And don't let that man be doing better than her. She gonna automatically be jealous. This is what's been going on right now in today's society. All of my friends are great men. Don't do no cheating, no nothing. And their baby mothers is giving them hell. Because they're doing better. But wait a minute, I thought whatever happened to 2 heads is better than 1. What happened? Why is today's society thrown off where we got to be separated in that sense? What happened? To go back to what this brother is saying, I'm not saying that this does not happen in every race, but this is definitely happening and it's on display. We can see it throughout all that, the Instagram, the TikTok, and the little vloggers and all the rest of them bloggers and all the rest of that. They're going to be posting that online. This person broke up and this person cheated. Here go the text messages. The social media put our people on blast more so than anything. In my opinion. And that's why the marriages ain't working out. Change his photo. Oh, this guy? Oh. All right, hold up. The photo was the still shot of that guy was bothering that lady in the chat. I wish he would change that picture. It looked like he dying a little bit. That's scaring me. I need him to change that picture. I got you, sister. Don't you worry. Don't you worry your pretty little head. You remember how they used to do us, the elders? Don't you worry your pretty little head. Stuff like that, man. We ain't saying that now. If I say that to a woman right now, I'm simping. Regardless if she pretty or not. Today's society is effed. We ain't singing no songs no more, no love songs. How you know you making love? How you know you making love when you can't even, you not? Look how it is now. We ain't talking about love in those songs. That's not what's going viral. Especially not with them young kids. But they definitely talk about some adult stuff. All this lusting. If I was to ever remarry again, I'm gonna marry me a. I'm talking about. It would be scary this day and age. It would be so scary. That's why I'm teaching my sons. Damn, bro, it's just crazy how today went. And then and then AI getting worse. You know, what if y'all meet, for example? Ooh, not mine. Let me not even bring that up because that's a strong possibility. What if you talking to somebody on Instagram? You like the way her pictures look. You talking to her in the DM. You trying to meet up with her. What if that was AI talking to you? And AI say, no. In order for you to meet up with me, I'm going to send you some virtual reality glasses. And you put them on and you get to see me. What if she send you that message? Do you know, I'm telling you, I swear, that's coming. I swear. And there's going to be some men out there. That's, huh? You ain't going to pass that up, reality or virtual. You going to go all in. Go ahead, give me, here go my address. Send it to me. Oh, look. No, I'm just saying if I was to get remarried, if I was to get married this day and age, it would be like, it's not, it would have to be, I would be doing so much analyzing the hell out of, that's all I'm saying. Like, they got it worse nowadays. In other words, they got it worse nowadays. And that's what I mean. That's unfortunate. But it's what our own people. It's our own people's fault. I think once we make those adjustments and come to, the conclusion that the women were going too far with certain things, they need to come back down. It's not about you leading. Let the men take the lead. I'm not saying that, you can't have some say so, but let the men take the lead. They're natural born leaders. That's what they have invested inside of their blood. Like that's who they are meant to be. That's how the Creator made us as men. Let us lead. We got this. Your encouragement, your beautiful words, sweet words. You know what I mean? We not, as long as you uplifting us, we gonna uplift you. As long as you doing your part, young lady, you ain't gotta worry about that man, because he gonna admire that. You understand what I'm saying? But these women taking advantage of the good men now, because they feel as though they need to be with the bad ones in order to stay afloat. I don't know how it got like that. And yet y'all complaining about him not being shit and he don't got this and he don't got that. Meanwhile, you did have that with the other guy that was too good for you. I'm like, damn, y'all gotta stop that. It got worse. Grandma and them always stay home. I mean, she made her work here and there, but I'm talking about Big Mama. She was at home taking care of them children while Granddad was out there working. Same thing with his father, same thing with his mother, same thing with her father and her mother. That's how it went. It wasn't that long ago, but now all of a sudden. In other words, we were together as families. That's why families were so big back then. Y'all know that. Big Mama and Big Mama and them averaged 7 kids. On average. You think that was just about because the sex was good? Baby, when we was growing up, we were struggling. No, nigga, baby, when we was growing up, your great-great-grandfather owned. It's gonna start just like that. Notice that. Your great-great-father, he put in some work. He owned it. Watch. I dare you to look up your family. I dare you. Our past generations, our men was kicking ass, bruh. I don't want to hear that shit. Our men was kicking ass, bruh. And them women knew that shit. And see, that's what I'm saying, that our people need to see that now. So the women can straighten up. Then the men gonna follow suit. Y'all, it gotta start with the... Okay, hear me out. Dane, it gotta start with the men first. We ain't ask you to have a BBL. We ain't ask you to put that wig on. We ain't tell you to throw that makeup on. We got you before you put all that on. We liked what we saw before you put that on. Huh? $50,000 handbag. And you ain't even got $50,000 in your account? And then the women like, well, if he ain't making a certain number, then he not. You gotta stop that. I understand knowing your value, but what type of value you gonna bring to that man that's making that type of money? If anything, he gonna look at you like a toy at that point, especially if you ain't matching up with that type of money. He gonna look at you like a toy at that point if you ain't matching up with that type of money. You requiring a Birkin bag. What you think he requiring? Sex? Huh? What you mean? Y'all putting that up too high now. Bring that back down. Bring that back down. If the prize for you is to get the Birkin bag, then that means the man the prize because he got to provide it to you before you can provide it for yourself. You ain't thinking right. See, that's the modern generation right now. That gotta stop, y'all. Wasn't our great grandmothers and it wasn't think about no goddamn Birkin and Gucci this and Prada that. Where this come from? They was making their own Birkins and Gucci's and Prada, huh? They was making their own purses and, huh? Coming up with their own hair products and all that. All that was getting done back then. What happened? You hollering, that's a colonizer, that's white supremacy. Meanwhile, you go run to that clothing store and spend an arm and a goddamn leg at their clothing store. But you want to talk about white supremacy. You got a choice. You just not making the right one. Purposely. Who you trying to look good for? You look like a fool walking around $6,000-$7,000 outfit and you ain't even got that in your account. Stop that, bruh. Nah, let me blame hip hop. Don't put it on something we created. That's a skill that we possess. It ain't just hip hop. Put it on the minds of the people. You made a mistake. Men take accountability, but women, y'all gotta take accountability too. For sure. For sure. I'm telling y'all, if these women change up now, the men gonna be like, woo, what? What? Let y'all act like, listen, I guarantee, let me not give y'all no seat. Nah, hell no. Matter of fact, I'm not that type of, I'm not, this ain't, hold on, cause this about to go, I was about to tell y'all what to do. I ain't even go, cause it's not hard. In other words, it's not hard. It's really not hard. It's not hard to please a man. But if you give the man what he needs, woo! What? What? You gonna get everything you need. You ain't gonna have to worry about a goddamn thing. When you with a real man, you give him what he need, you ain't gonna have to worry about a goddamn thing. You understand me? That man is going to do anything for you. Woo! I mean, I dare you. I dare you. I dare. Our people need this anyway. I dare you. Try that. Try it. I dare you. I dare you. Try that with somebody that you really like, that you really love, and you know that's a good guy. Now start treating him right. Watch what happens. Well, you ain't gonna want to leave. You ain't gonna want to leave, huh? You ain't gonna want to leave. Everything gonna turn up. Everything. Not just financially. The bed too. Shoot, huh? Everything gonna turn up. Watch. You turn up, he turn up. But that's why I said it gotta start with the women. You gotta start with them. Even though we taking the lead, keep in mind, it's not the start of the lead, it's the all right, I got it from here lead. It's not the start of the lead, it's the all right, I got it from here. Because he gonna do what he got to do for a woman that love him. That's doing what she got to do for him to do what he got to do for her. It does start with a woman. This is the reason why religion manipulated people into thinking the woman ain't nothing. The woman is the key factor. If she do something wrong, all hell break loose, right? Adam and Eve. If she do something wrong, everything wrong. Listen how I start with you for real. Ladies. Listen. It start with you. You tilt, everything tilt. You fall, everything fall. But what if you fall, but after you already set your man up to succeed, you won't ever fail. He gonna catch you before you fall. Fall! He gonna catch you before you fall. What you worried about for? What you worried for? All right. Because that's an important topic. I had to stay on that topic. That's so important. Our people are not together the way they should. The way they should be. They're not together. They're not on the same page. And the men get constantly thrown away because the women think and they not. It's not supposed to be like that. The only way you're going to be like this is if you were a man. that's on that level right along with you. Not saying that you can't do it solo. I'm not saying that anybody could do it solo. But is that what life about? Is that what life is about? If life is about evolution, a part of evolution is bringing new generations into this world, bringing new lives into this world. It's not about living single. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that y'all just there to be baby makers. Don't take that the wrong way. I'm not saying that. No, it's more than that. But again, that's another thing that start with y'all. It would be no us without y'all. All men are born from a woman. Y'all important. Right? Y'all important. But that don't mean that you shoot down that man, but okay, that's being great to you, and run him over and think that that's the way that you're supposed to go with all men. That's not how it works. Just because you might have saw your mother do that, or your best friend do that, or your sister do that, that don't mean that that's right. Because look at all their relationships. They're not in it for 45, 50 years. Look at great examples of marriages or relationships that lasted until they died. That's the example of success. That's the example. That's the example of love, commitment, unity, taking accountability. Progressing, evolving, problem solution, building. It takes two to tango. Two heads better than one. You heard all of it. You heard all of it. So it's not about you in that sense when it comes to evolution, that part. But it does start with you individually. You have to be mentally ready. Okay, you got to be mentally in love with yourself first before you can love anybody else. Because the way you treat others is a reflection of how you treat yourself. The way you treat others is a reflection of how you treat yourself. If you don't treat yourself with the same love and respect that you demanding from these men, you don't respect yourself enough, you don't love yourself enough. The problem is not the man, the problem is you. Missteps we made along the way, especially when social media became popularized, that we have to fix. It's gotten to that point. And especially now that they advancing this stuff with technology, y'all, and we got these foreigners trying to, claim that they're black and want to steer us in a direction and fear-monger us into thinking that we next and all the rest of this shit. If we came from Africa, why ain't we never get shipped there? If our people came from Africa, how come we ain't never get deported there? Never. I'll wait. All these years. You can't deport the indigenous people. You can ask them to travel with you. You can ask them to hop on board with, but you can't deport the indigenous people. This is their land. These foreigners need us to be here. They don't know how to do this by themselves. Not everything. Yeah, this grandma. This the motherland for real. This grandma, older than them other motherland. This the wise woman right here. Don't get it twisted. I know a real woman. I know real women. Luckily. I even got a chance to see an example of where a real woman. A couple times. And I also got a chance to see a real man. A couple times. But I'm just talking about these generations nowadays, y'all. Please set the example for them to learn. Please. Because they not learning. And it's crazy because they learning on these social media places and, what they see on YouTube and, because don't forget that television is obsolete. Now they're getting their shows on YouTube. Don't forget that. The shows are on YouTube. YouTube is the number 2 search engine. Google's number 1. Google owns YouTube. They're getting their information from Google and YouTube. ChatGPT is on the rise. Show. For sure. Don't forget Zeus Network. I'm not gonna lie, I don't even know what that is. I think it sounds familiar. I just don't want to be wrong. It sounds familiar though. Some don't want to cook anymore. There was so much influence and love with nourishing family. I agree. Yeah, that's how my wife got me. Sit down, let me fix you a plate. It was baked chicken thighs. The first plate, baked chicken thighs, greens, stuffing, rice, and macaroni and cheese. Oh, and some type of bread. I ain't gonna go too far because it could get X-rated. But look at me. You heard the plate I described here. First day. Her grandmother may be listening. I ain't gonna say too much, but that living room. All right. I'm just saying. Because
set it on fire, 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 fire.
I mean, the plate was good, and I gave her my approval. You know what I'm saying? There's some things changing. There's some things that's changing, and I'm trying to just bring it to your attention. That's all. It's and I'm not trying to, again, that's why I try to keep it. And I noticed that helps a lot. That even helps me when I do the play around stuff and I'm talking about a serious topic and I play around for a little minute. That helps me a lot because I could get caught up into that. And then y'all see that I get, I show my passion. Some of y'all say that that's emotion. But I'm not emotionally challenged or nothing like that. I don't want you to think that I can't control myself. I'm definitely emotionally conscious. I just do get passionate about certain things that I'm talking about, or certain things that I'm researching, or certain things that I'm reading. That's all of what it is. And I want to get that out to you. And then I be all that build up and I'm listening to myself and and then sometimes, in most cases, the great spirit take over. Then I say things I can't even remember until I go back and watch. But and it'd be great things. But yeah. So those were the 3 topics. It was the Trump situation, which is not over with though, y'all. Even though y'all saw that in the Supreme Court making that push, they still got 3 other things that they got to do. It's still not over with. That's why the Democrats fighting so hard. I'm just saying, in order for it not to hurt you, you got to spark up that business. Spark up that business. As far as the birthright citizenship part, so-called Black Americans, you don't have nothing to worry about. The Mexicans, I don't like how they, I don't. But I agree that Mexicans are foreign to this land. But don't get me wrong. But I disagree with the fact that they're trying to make it seem like Mexicans are the problem. Like they need to be, and that's not. I mean, I understand that, it is different people that came from South America. They were trying to leave their condition. I would leave too if I was in Mexico. Oh my goodness, the Mexican cartel people. I'm not staying there. I would not want to raise my children there. I see why they want to leave Mexico. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, shoot, the United States can't even handle the cartel. I mean, if that was the case, you were supposed to be, whatever. That's a long story. But anyway, yeah, I wouldn't want to be there neither. So it's just certain people that, live in different type of countries. They want a better opportunity. That's what this is about. They know for a fact that when they come over here to America, they're going to get, specialized benefits that will, allow them to not only seek asylum here, but also raise their children here, gain citizenship or dual citizenship, and receive specialized benefits like welfare. Your cost of living will be low. Oh, you will be considered white on the U.S. Census, and you will not be in a red line location. You don't have to go through any form of poverty. It's a whole bunch of opportunities for you in the health department, in the education department, in the finances and housing and starting a business. Yeah, it's a lot for y'all, but that's why I said, when you look at that for us, we don't have that. And that's why I said, well, why don't we just set up our own? Like, there are people out there who are skilled, okay, in their particular craft or field, rather. Why don't you spark up those businesses to train our people to start those businesses or even become employees in those fields? Okay, that's generational wealth. That's part of generational wealth. But that's, especially community wealth. But that's how you take over. That's the community building part. That's how you build the nation. You got to have structure. You got to, of course, now I know a lot of y'all said foundation, but yeah, you got to set a foundation. Keep in mind, y'all referring to the foundation that our ancestors set years ago, but keep in mind that foundation doesn't exist anymore. So that means the foundation has to be rebuilt. It has to be rebuilt. It got to be structured. Okay? I'm ready when y'all ready. I'm ready when y'all ready. And I like the fact that, some of y'all are doing what y'all supposed to be doing, not even waiting on me. Y'all still doing what y'all getting me. I appreciate that. Y'all keeping me afloat, but I had to make some adjustments with my team. We making adjustments, and things are changing. I'm going to be making announcements here soon. Things have changed drastically. I had to do some things. Everything is fine. I don't want y'all to be worrying or nothing like that. But yeah, I had to make some adjustments. Some people were trying to hold me up. They had different agendas. Okay. And we're gonna talk about that at a different time. I might even be talking about that in the 13% only. For real. But yeah, type the number 13 in the chat so y'all can see the link to join the 13%. Is free. Shout out to those of you that came to watch the stream. I didn't get a chance to see the numbers. I believe I was 2,600, something like that. And I wanted to pull this up. Yeah, because this computer is still doing 3 updates. It's moving super slow. I'm basically gonna have to take the rest of this evening to wait. It's the next day, ain't it? Because my time is not even up right now. I think it's the next day, right? I got to do a bunch of updates to this computer. I'm not trying to say I've been neglecting this computer, but I needed to be paying more attention to what this computer was going through in order to keep it afloat, because this is my stream computer. And I apologize about that, all those hiccups that was going on. It's not the internet, it was the computer doing the updates. But let me pull this up before we go, because I want to make sure I got everybody. Because I did see some donations come up. Hold up. All right, so I'm letting that pop up on my side. Okay. All right, so I did miss a couple of people that became members, but I appreciate that. I'm going to repeat your names right now. Huru, thank you for becoming a member. It's up. And Jermaine Lightfoot, thank you for becoming a member. Tariq, thank you for becoming a member. And yeah, and shout out to Shut Up Down DJs.
Set it on fire.
For that major donation right there. I appreciate that, brother. That's love for sure. Cadillac Deacon, thank you for becoming a member. And Crylig Crisis, thank you for the donation. You said AI does in sleep mode. You said that 2 hours ago, so that might have been when I was talking about the AI situation. You could be talking about that. But yeah, AI does work in the background. I mean, we all know that. Regardless if you try to shut it down, it's still on. There's no shutting it down. Just like your location. There's no shutting it down. Even if you try to shut it down on your phone, it's still on. It's still on. They don't shut nothing down. It still stay on. AC, thank you. Oh, AC, you've been a member for 13 months.
Set it on fire. Fire.
And you said salute.
It's up.
OCO, free thinkers.
And then, Brandmick, thank you for the super chat. You said keep up the good work, Dane. I appreciate that.
Set it on fire.
I appreciate that.
Fire.
Ronnie, thank you for becoming a member. And I see Robert, thank you for becoming a member as well. And the real Birdman Jr., I appreciate that.
Set it on fire.
Thank you for the super chat and the gifted. I appreciate that. Okay, and then Malcolm, thank you for the super chat as well. You said, preach, Big Chief. I love you, Wado, brother. I love you too. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. And I didn't hear. Yeah, see, I apologize. I saw it just shake on my side, the little screen. Yeah, it's all good. I'm gonna make sure before I even leave out my office, I'm gonna make sure all these updates go through so we won't have this hiccup. I'm gonna make sure of that. Yeah, all right, we good. So I got that. I don't believe I missed anybody. If I did, I apologize. I do appreciate that. I appreciate all the likes and the shares and especially the comments. We probably gonna be clipping this one up because this was pretty long, pretty lengthy. And then the next live stream, I want to set it up, Blue and Levante, where we have them come up, on a panel, because I want to hear, from the people on these subject matters that are coming up. I would love to, open up the panel, get them to come up. I want to say tomorrow, but I know I got to do a couple of things tomorrow. So let's go when the 4th. Oh man, I forgot about that. Y'all gonna be gone July the 4th? Oh y'all gonna be shooting fireworks and stuff like that? Or y'all want me to straight? Yeah, okay, put it like this. If y'all do y'all want me to like go to a, oh wait, that's Friday? Oh no, that's Friday? Huh? Oh, July 4th? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, y'all want me to stream? Okay, look, if y'all want me to, do y'all want me to have some fireworks in the background? Be honest. Y'all want me to, I could do a stream and I got fireworks in the background? And I mean that, like I'm outside and fireworks in the background. Do y'all want that? Go live early? Okay. Stream, okay. All right, I'm gonna see if I could work. I think I could, because I saw an area. I'm gonna check and see what I could do, because I did see a nice little area that was cool. But then, I gotta go get fireworks. But, we'll see. Let me see. Let me not even promise that, because I'm not sure how that's gonna work. But I will promise that I am gonna stream. I will promise that. You said no fireworks? Okay. I know, right? What if I'm like, hold on, y'all? OCO is something on fire in the back. Y'all in the chat, Dane, it's on fire. I don't see nothing. I'm over here having a conversation with y'all, probably drinking some wine, and then all of a sudden, what's that smell? Turn around, Dane. Y'all in the chat blowing it up. I turn around. I gotta go quit our end street. I'm just playing. All right, let me not do that. I'm gonna clap it up for y'all. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do the fireworks. We're not gonna do this Friday, but I am gonna stream. So y'all have a great. I was about to say a great evening, but here it is. Like because the time. Hold on, let me pull that back up. I think it's about to be 1 o'clock Eastern time, and it's 12 o'clock for us. And what is that? 10 o'clock for Cali. I appreciate that, y'all. This was a good one. I think on average, you probably gonna be averaging 2.5, 3 hour live streams anyway. I'm probably gonna do a bigger live stream when I do the that day when I open up the panel. That's probably gonna be a little longer. We probably gonna run for like 4 or 5 hours right there. So I hope to see you all there because I am gonna make sure I do that. Yeah. I'm not sure if it may be in the evening. I want to give y'all a time right now. You'll see. Just be on. I mean, most likely I may be a little early, but it depends. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a Friday. What you think, Blue? It's a Friday. What Levante at? What y'all think? 8 or 9? Yeah, I think it should be late because it's a Friday. You know what I'm saying? I'll do that. 9. Cat, whatever, Edward. Always trying. You think I don't recognize that, Edward? This shit, look, you on the chopper block, Edward. Huh? I'm just playing. All right, 9 o'clock. 8 or 9 is fine. All right. Bet. All right. Hey, Edward, didn't I get on you yesterday? I mean, day before yesterday? Hold on, who was that? I think that was you, Edward. I said something. You said something. I said, shut up, Edward. I think that was you. I appreciate that. Relaxing, sleeper sounds. I appreciate that. Thank you for becoming a member. It was him. Good. No, he good. Hold up, Levante. No, he good. He know I'm just messing with him. He just messing with me. Hold on, Levante. Hold on. He good. The 4th. Yeah, the 4th. Yeah, because if I go tomorrow, I may still go tomorrow, but I got a couple things I got to do. And I may get back in here too late. That's why I said Friday for sure. You know. I may still go tomorrow, but it depends on what time I get back up here. I swear to God, y'all would cuss me out if I sparked the stream at 1 p.m. I mean 1 a.m. Hold on, 1 a.m. stream. You down? You? They go. I know this nigga ain't just. Hold on. Did this nigga just go live? What the? Dang, what the hell? Why you going live at 1 in the morning? What? That's what's gonna happen. You work nights? Wait till Friday? All right. OCO viral. 1 a.m. your time, right? Which will probably be what? 2 a.m. your time? Go on the 3rd. I'm here for it. All right, Mac. All right, don't lie. You out there shooting fireworks, Mac? Where you lie, Mac? You out there shooting their fireworks, huh? Look, I'm not gonna judge you. Do what you do. I'm not. Look, if you got churn and that's what you doing, I'm not knocking that. It is what it is. I'm a mess with you. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not knocking that. You doing what you doing, man. Keep in mind, they were supposed to be celebrating their independence. They told you it was going to be independence from Britain. Meanwhile, every lord you hire got an esquire. That's the British government running the laws of the Supreme Court, Congress. It's funny. I mean, you know, it can be pretty with the fireworks, though. The fireworks pretty. How can you get your genealogy done? Type in number 13 and click that link. we probably just gonna have to have a conversation because we're gonna have to talk. We're gonna have to talk. No fireworks, but I will be DJing. Oh, okay. You're gonna be working. You're gonna be working. There you go. Hit that link right there. I appreciate that, y'all. That link right there, y'all. Hit that. We're gonna have to, right, British accredited Regency. We're gonna have to talk as far as that genealogy is concerned. I need to see exactly where you at so far. And if you're just starting, just go grab my book. Go grab my book, the genealogy book. I thought I had it on my table, but it's downstairs. But my genealogy book is called Tracing Your Family's Tribe by Record. It's everywhere books are sold, but you could go to Amazon if you want to, hurry up and grab it real quick. I don't have that book up on the website though. It is, but it's gonna direct you to like Amazon. Yeah, I made a mistake when I made that book right there where it say genealogy made easy right there. That one. Yeah, that was back then when I made that mistake. It was like, I got it. Yeah, see, when I make mistakes in the beginning, I won't ever make y'all make them same mistakes. I won't ever do that. Ever. Dane, what you talking about? Publishing. Publishing, goddammit. Yeah, I learned. All right, let me get up out of here now, man. So it's Friday, 8 p.m., 9 p.m., probably 8 o'clock for sure. 8 o'clock Eastern time, Friday. So y'all take care. I love y'all. Thank y'all for coming out. It's probably going to patch y'all into the 24-hour live stream. I think that's set up automatically. So if you want to, watch a couple of the older ones, you can. It's going to send you to that channel. I think you got to click the go now in order for that to happen. And I'll see you Friday live, 9 p.m. Let me get my sexy ass up out of here. Y'all take care. Wado. I'm just here to make you think.
Yeah, DNA. Yeah, DNA.
I'm just here to make you think.
Yeah, DNA. Yeah, DNA.